Hello NCAC Nation, and welcome back to another edition of The Rundown. On this week's show, we'll catch up on what's trending from around the North Coast Athletic Conference for the week ending on Sunday, November the 30th. The 2014-15 NCAC basketball season is off and running, with 8 of the league's men's teams holding 500 records or better, and the women's teams combining for an overall record of 25-23 against non-conference opponents. In men's hoops action, 3 of the league's 10 squads are currently ranked in the D3Hoops.com Top 25 poll, with Worcester sitting at 10th, Ohio Wesleyan at 14th, and DePaul at 18th. Worcester holds an overall record of 3-1, while Ohio Wesleyan and DePaul both remain unbeaten at 5-0 and 4-0 respectively. The Hiram men's team also joins the ranks of the unbeaten squads, as the Terriers are off to their best start since the 1972-73 season at 5-0 overall, after earning a pair of wins last week over Geneva 75-62 and Penn State Altoona 54-42. Through the first 5 games of the season, the Terriers are using a balanced scoring attack, with 3 different players averaging in double figures, led by junior guard J.J. Woodson, who is averaging 19 points and 4.7 rebounds per game. We'll now take a moment to recognize Denison sophomore point guard David Muir, who earned the NCAC Men's Player of the Week award for games played over the Thanksgiving break. Muir set career highs in 3 major categories in leading the Big Red to a 2-1 record last week. He scored 28 points in an 87-74 win over Case, then pulled down 8 rebounds in a 61-56 loss against Bethany, and finally, he closed out the week with a 13-assist performance in DU's 96-95 win over Beloit. The 13 assists were also the most by a Big Red player in a single game since the 2000-2001 season. In the 3 games combined last week, Muir totaled 54 points, 14 rebounds, 20 assists, and 7 steals. NCAC men's basketball teams will dive into the league portion of the schedule this week, with 10 games on the slate, highlighted by Worcester hosting Ohio Wesleyan on Wednesday night, and Denison traveling to Ohio Wesleyan on Saturday afternoon. In women's basketball, 4 of the league's 9 teams hold records of 500 or better, led by Wittenberg and DePaul, who top the standings with marks of 5-1 and 4-1 respectively. The DPU Tigers also appear on a pair of national polls, sitting in 6th in the WBCA Coaches Poll and 9th in the D3Hoops.com Top 25. We'll open the women's portion of the show by highlighting Allegheny junior Emma Pelicano, who earned the NCAC's Player of the Week award after guiding the Gators to a 94-89 comeback overtime win over Washington and Jefferson last Tuesday. Pelicano scored a career-high 33 points to lift the Gators past the Presidents for the first time since the 2010-11 season. The Mount Lebanon High School graduate finished the afternoon by shooting 13 of 20 from the field and 6 of 8 from the free throw line to go along with 11 total rebounds for her first double-double of the season. With the Gators trailing by as many as 17 points during the first half, Pelicano took control of the game by scoring 23 of her career-high 33 points in the second half and overtime to lift the Gators to the victory. Pelicano's point total was the most by an Allegheny player since Jamie Perrone netted 32 against OWU in 2001. And a career milestone was also reached in Jacksonville, Illinois over the weekend, as DePaul head coach Chris Huffman collected her 500th career win in the Tigers' 70-39 victory over Illinois College. In 22 years at the helm of the DPU women's basketball program, Huffman has put up some eye-popping numbers, which includes 2 NCAA national titles, 17 20-win seasons, 28 total wins in NCAA tournament play, 3 30-plus win seasons, which did include an NCAA Division III record 34 wins during the 2012-2013 national title season. And since winning her 400th career game on February 13th of 2011, Huffman has guided the Tigers to a remarkable record of 106, which equates to an unheard of .943 winning percentage over the last 3+ seasons. And NCAC women's basketball teams also kick off league play this week with 5 games on the schedule, led by Ohio Wesleyan hosting Wittenberg on Wednesday night and Kenyon traveling to Hiram on Saturday afternoon. And as always, NCAC sports fans, for up-to-date news, stats, and standings from around the North Coast Athletic Conference, you can visit our website at www.northcoast.org. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at NCAC, as well as like us on Facebook. Well, that puts a wrap on this week's show, but be sure to join us again next week for another edition of The Rundown.